Hey guys, what's going on? Nivens here. Time for your weekly rock windup. Well, another week, another arrest for Puddle of Mud's Wes Scantlin. Not a lot of details on this one other than a disorderly conduct charge in a Milwaukee airport. Maybe start skipping out on the airplanes, Wes. Maybe look to use Amtrak or Greyhound. Well, it's the home stretch for the Late Show with David Letterman. He's just got a handful of live shows left before he retires and rides off into the sunset. Of course, Stephen Colbert, or is it going to be Colbert now, going to take over for him. And some of the notable guests that are coming up include Dave Matthews Band, Elvis Costello, and the one that I'm super stoked about, Tom Waits. He hasn't been on Letterman since 2012 when he was in support of his new album, Then, Bad As Me. And I guess the way the rumor in the grapevine is that he will be performing. So as soon as I find out some more dates on that one, I'll make sure to let you know. Well, it was announced this week that after many, many years of performing and doing all sorts of different projects, of course, with Third Man Records, Jack White going to basically step off of the road and into the home just to kind of relax and unwind for a little bit. This guy has really been a hard charger in terms of just performing and gigging everywhere. Now, I guess there's only 5 states left that Jack has not performed in the United States of America. So he's going to basically do like pop-up shows there, very small, intimate venues. Not going to make an announcement on the show itself till day of, and I guess it's like 1 ticket per person at something like $3. So I don't know which states he hasn't performed in, but I'm kind of feeling like a road trip as soon as I find out. Why not? And to close out your weekly rock windup before we get into the new music announcements, Bill Ward, Ozzy Osbourne having a little bit of a public spat over whether or not Bill is capable of playing drums for Black Sabbath. He was looking for a public apology from Ozzy for Ozzy basically saying he didn't feel that Bill had it in him, didn't have the stamina, didn't have the physical abilities. Bill saying he does, and then Ozzy, in his first response, basically said, Bill, what the f*** are you talking about? There's no way you can play drums. You had to have surgery back in 2013. That would have sidelined the tour. Bill firing back, saying, I can play the drums. At some point, I think one of them yelled at the other, get off my lawn. So this is just a great little story of a couple old men just squaring off in the public eye. And here's all the new music announcements from this week. Well, this one's not so much a new music announcement. It is who has the master tapes. I guess the London Bridge Studio saying that they don't have the master tapes. They're not involved in a lawsuit by the Temple of the Dog guys. If you remember, Temple of the Dog was a project that was started up as a tribute album for Andrew Wood, Mother Love Bones frontman. Features everybody that became Pearl Jam and a guy named Chris Cornell on vocals. Of course, Eddie Vedder pops in on the Hunger Strike song. But I guess at the time, the London Bridge Studio was owned by 2 brothers. One of them has since passed. It has since been sold. So supposedly the guy that still has the tapes is holding on to them. This is an ongoing story right here. System of a Down Serge Tankian pens a new song for the Armenian Genocide anniversary. It's the 100th anniversary of it, being of Armenian descent. He also goes on to say there is no timetable for a new System of a Down album. 80s hair metal gods Trickster. They return with a new album, Human Era. Slayer completes work on its 11th studio album. Shinedown putting the finishing touches on its new album that's supposed to be out sometime in the summer or maybe by the fall, I believe. And Record Store Day is tomorrow if you're watching this as of today. It is today if you're watching it as of Saturday, or it is anytime previous if you're watching it next week. You know what I'm saying. Nonetheless, so here's some of the exclusives for Record Store Day. You've got Stone Sour's Meanwhile in Burbank. It's their covers album. Future User, which has Rage Against the Machine's Tim Comerford on it. Going to be putting out a new disc, or a debut disc, I should say. 12-inch colored vinyl for the Record Store Day first release for Social Distortion. It is their 25th anniversary. I've gone over some of these guys with you before already. Johnny Thunder is live at Max's Kansas City. What else? Mastodon having a bunch of reissues. There is a ton of Record Store Day exclusives. These are just kind of the ones that stood out for me and caught my attention. Sex Metal Barbie from In This Moment, who of course will be a rock fest. They'll have a 7-inch vinyl for that single coming out. What else? Charlie Parker's Story, of course it's Kansas City Connection right there, 12-inch vinyl. And Foo Fighters Songs from the Laundry Room, just to wrap up that. Like I said, there's quite a few out there, something for everybody. If you're a Metallica fan, they're putting out the No Life Till Leather cassette, demo cassette. So again, if you're a fan of Record Store Day, I'm sure I'll see you out and about tomorrow, spending more money than we should on little pieces of wax, but you know what? It's fun, and I enjoy doing it. Also, this weekend, my girls' burlesque troupe, Burlesque on the Rocks, will have performances on Friday and Saturday night. They start at 9 o'clock. Come on out and hang out and have a good time with those girls. I promise you will have a good time. They do it at the Buffalo Room, which is the backside of Westport Flea Market. I'm Nivens. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching your Weekly Rock Windup. Peace.